Everyone, welcome to the new video. So today we will see top 10 best scenario based Kubernetes interview questions and answer. So according to the comment my survey, it was for Terraform and Kubernetes. So Terraform I have made video already. If you haven't watched, go and watch. And today I'm picking Kubernetes. So without further ado, let's go. So first question that is mostly asked is why pods keep restarting? Like if a pod is stuck in crash loop backup, what do you do? Or something like how many pod failures have you worked on? So this is one of the most important pod failure that you should talk about. And the answer is first the debugging steps are, first of all we need to check the application errors by doing kubectl log. Then we should look at the events for OOMKilled or probe failures. Mostly the common causes that are there for the crash loop backoff is wrong command or entry point, missing environment variable or config, liveness probe failing, or resource limit too low. So according to the fix will depend on the root cause. So basically crash loop back is error when the pod is trying to restart again and again, it is going into error. That's why it is in loop. Now the next question is if the service is not reachable, that your app is deployed but it is not accessible via service. So what can be the reason, or how will you debug it? So you need to do kubectl get svc, and we should check if the type is correct or not. We should describe svc to check that endpoints are populated or not, or label mismatches there, or pod not ready, or network policy blocking traffic. So these can be the possible debugging steps that we should look. If the pod is stuck in pending state, then what can be the reason? So it can be due to insufficient cluster resources, node selector affinity rules, taints intoleration, and PVC not bound. Then if suppose it's a high CPU usage in cluster, so what should we do? First of all, we should see the kubectl top pods, find heavy consumer. Then we should check resource request limit, use horizontal pod autoscaler, investigate insufficient code or memory leaks, and consider cluster auto scaling. Else we should look at what is consuming that space. Then if suppose deployment update failed and app is down, so we should do, first of all, check the status, and we should undo because we already have history preserved. Then we should investigate that what was the issue. It was a image issue, config errors, or readiness liveness probe. Then sixth is config changes not reflecting, like pods didn't pick changes. So config map don't auto restart pod. So we have to auto restart pod manually. Okay. Then the secret management issue, that app cannot read secret. So we need to check that we have mounted it correctly, secrets are existing or not, ensure correct key names, and confirm RBAC permission. Then the intermittent pod communication failure, this can due to the network policy or the core DNS not working, service misconfiguration, or pod restart or scaling issue. So we need to go into the pod by using kubectl exec command and then check. Then the persistent data loss after pod restart. So we need to see that if data disappears after pod restart, so the answer should be that the pod is using ephemeral storage. So instead of that, we should use persistent volume and persistent volume claim, and ensure correct storage class and binding. Next is node becomes not ready. So when node shows not ready, the possible reason is that kubelet status we should check, or disk pressure, or memory pressure, or network issue. So we need to SSH into the node and then see the basically the node is not ready when the kubelet is not able to communicate, it's not able to do the communication properly. So we need to check the kubelet first, and accordingly we'll debug the issue. So these are the top 10 things, scenarios which can be asked in, like, the questions can be twisted little bit, but main core answers should lie like this only. So I hope the things are clear, and we'll try to make more videos like this. So yeah, that's all. That's all for today's video. I hope it's helpful. Please let me know in the comment section. Till then, take care. Bye.